G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm going to go again and make some opals, but I'm going to do things a little bit differently this time because I had so many comments when I did my last opals, because what I did was, if you missed it, I put clear resin into each and then I dusted or brushed the chameleon flakes over the top. And a lot of people said, what would happen if you mix the chameleon flakes into the resin and then poured it? And I thought, let's try that. So I'm going to do that today. I've got my resin. I haven't got my gloves on at the moment, so I'll be careful. I've got my resin just sitting here, thickening up. I'm waiting for it to thicken because if I use too thin a resin when I put the flakes in, they're all going to sink to the bottom, which means when you turn them upside down, they're all going to be over the top. So I'm going to let it thicken, and I'm using the Fast Cure Let's resin. I'll show once I put my gloves back on. I'll show you the box because it's, or the bottle, because it's kind of icky. So these are the ones I used last time, the set of 8, and they're basically, you can see they've got like, that one's got a green hue to it, but it's basically just a white, like cellophane type thing. Oops, that lid's not on that one properly. And a lot of people said I mixed up 2 lids, but on the last one, but I don't mind, it's only the lid and I'm gonna mix them anyway. So you can see they're kind of like a clear or white cellophane, but they've got different colors in them. So brown, yellow, I don't think I'm gonna, I don't know, anyway, gold, olive, there's lots of lovely colors. So there's that box, which I'm going to use today. Now the difference between that box and these ones, intense color shift. Let's open the box, and there's 5. Oh, my other one's sitting on the shelf actually. Now you can already see that that's purple, so, and that's green, very different to these. So for me today, I'm making opals, and I want that really sort of whitish opalescent kind of look, which is why I'm using my matte mold. This is the matte mold, which means it's not shiny. So that's why I don't want to use those really bright chameleon flakes, because I want that more soft opal looking effect. Okay, so that's why I'm using these ones. Right, let's get, actually before I do that, what I thought I would do, I've got 1 2 3 4 5 cups, 1 2 3 4 5 rows. So I'm going to do 1 row with each cup. I mean, I don't want to waste 15 cups, so I'm just going to do this, give it a bit of a shake. So what I thought I would do is, I'm just going to pop a little bit. I may have to add more. I'm just randomly picking colors up here. I'll try to keep them in line for those that like the same lids back on. I should probably, that's like, you can see the color on there. Like, that's a blue, that one's a purple. So okay, that's sort of like a goldy green. It sort of gives you an idea of what colors. So let's do that rather than having to put 2 blue ones in. Whoa, it's a bit much. Okay, so that one's ready. I should cover my mold now. I'll just wipe it with a baby wipe. Let's just grab a paper towel. There we go. That'll save me on cleanup. All right, so resin is still, yep, it's okay. So that's those ones, and then we've got blue violet. So just because I'm waiting for my resin to thicken, I'm going to get these sorted. Oh, that's a green by the looks of it. I don't need a lot, I guess. And a pinky color would be nice with that one, I think. Or a gold, yep, that's pretty too, a gold on that one. Just don't want to like choose too blue, for instance. But I mean, I will mix them up as well. So this one's brown yellow. Put a bit in that one. The mess I'm making. Not sure what that one is. That might be the one where I put the wrong lid on. I don't know, because I seem to have two different colours on that lid. And then we'll come over here and add a little bit of that one. Okay, so I think that one, has that got, oh gosh, I wasn't counting. Has that one got 3 in it? Now I don't know. Never mind. Doesn't matter. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4 different colours, whatever you like. I'll just have a look and see, make sure that they've sort of all got a good covering. I think once I've got the resin in, that'll kind of tell me what they're looking like. So I'll just leave them there for now. And we'll see. All right, let me get my gloves on, and I'm going to pour a little bit of resin into each cup and give it a stir. And then if I decide I need a little bit more of the chameleon flakes, I can just add a little bit more. Actually, I better not take that off yet. So this is the resin I'm using, the Let's Resin Fast Cure. It's a 1-to-1, so it's a nice thick resin, so I think it would be perfect for this because it's already quite thick. You can feel the resistance when you're stirring. Now this mold, if you fill it all the cavities right up to the top, it holds about 140, 150 grams, something like that. What's that? 5 3s are 15. 5 ounces. About 5 ounces. If I've got anything left, resin wise, I will just make some puffy heart pendants. So I'm just going to use up everything, divide it between my 5 cups. And then once I'm done, I can then decide sort of what colours I want to paint the backs of each with, or just leave them clear like I did last time. But I think the nail, oh look, it was 50-50 with what people seem to like. A lot of people like the darker colours, and they were saying that the one with a white background seemed to be the most realistic looking, which I agree with. So there we go. That's all of those filled up. Just clean off my stick, because I like to use my sticks again. Once they've got resin on them, they don't release air bubbles once you're stirring, so that's good. I got myself a new isopropyl dispenser, and I can see how much is in this. I just put my hand under it, or my gloved hand under it, and it gives me a shot of alcohol. And then I can clean my hands, or clean my gloves, because they're a bit sticky. Alrighty. I better not move that just yet. Now I'm going to stir them all up, and I'll come back to you. I want to stir carefully because I don't want to introduce too many bubbles. So I'll just stir them all, and then I'll come back to you. It probably was a better idea to put the resin in first rather than the flakes, because the flakes have stuck to the bottom and I have to scratch them up. But I was just trying to kill time while I waited for the resin to thicken, and I thought, oh, I'll just start the video and then, you know, measure everything out. But in hindsight, probably would have been better to put the resin in first. And now I feel as if I'm kind of breaking up my little bits because of all the scraping. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the bigger ones, and just try and keep those bigger pieces in there, because as I was scraping I did feel as if I was, you know, breaking those up, and I feel as if I need a little bit more. So yeah, learn again, do as I say, not as I do. I do that a lot, don't I? So yeah, put your resin in first and then just kind of press them in. That way you're not breaking them up too much. Oops, I've got resin on that. Better get that off, hadn't I? Otherwise it'll never open again. So yeah, try and keep them a little bit bigger. I think that'll give us a better effect if they've left it a little bit bigger, or some bigger ones and some smaller ones maybe. Okay, do they look even? Oh no, oh, it's all right, didn't spill. Yeah, definitely those bigger pieces. Okay, that's looking good. And then if you think, you know, that one looks more sort of thicker with glitter than others, you can always add a little bit more. But yeah, we don't want to do too much. It is hard to know though now, because it's, you know, in a clear resin, so it's a little bit difficult to know exactly how much is in there. I'm just going to put the lids on so that I don't spill. I probably won't, because I don't think I've cleaned that resin off totally. All right, made a bit of a mess, but at least my mold is still nice and clean. All right, so basically all we need to do now is fill these up. Make sure they go right up to the top, because you want to get the biggest size of the capuchon that you can, so that it fits into the 40 centimeter by 30 centimeter bezel tray. So fill it up as much as you can without overflowing it. And I'm hoping that the resin is thick enough now to hold these chameleon flakes sort of suspended, so that we get more of a 3D look for our opals. Oops, that's a bit full. I hope you don't overflow. I better take a bit out. Okay, oh, that's enough. All right, so maybe I'm not going to need 150 grams. Just go slowly as it sort of gets fuller there. Because the resin's going to level out, so you don't want to put too much in and then the resin levels and then it's overflowed, so just be careful. And like I said, if I've got anything left, which I will have, I will just do some puffy heart molds. Now if you wanted to just do like each one with one color, then feel free as well. Like you could do one with pink, one with blue, one with green, one with purple, whereas, you know, I've mixed it up. I've done lots of different colors in each, and I'm just leaving them in their rows in case I need to put any more in there. Get that out. Yes, if I need to top it up, then I can. But they're all looking very similar at the moment, which is why maybe next time I can do like a pink row, a blue row, a green row, purple row. But when I look at opals, I do see different colours. But in saying that, these are colour shifting. So if I've used like 3 different colours, I'm probably going to get 6 different colours in different lights, because they're all going to shift. This one just needs a tiny bit more. I'm going to bring you down so that you can have a look and see what these look like, because they look really pretty. Now very, very carefully, I'm just going to, on low, with a tiny little flame, just in the middle, just to pop some bubbles. I don't think you'll even see the bubbles though, and this is the back. All right, let's get you down and you can have a little look. You can kind of see that they have a theme going there for the colours. So as you can see there, I have domed them, and because it's a thick resin, it domes nicely. So hopefully they will fit nicely in. And there's all those sparkly colours. Look at that. Maybe I've put too many in there. I don't know. And look, I hope they don't all sink to the bottom. Oh my gosh, my flash is on. I didn't know my flash was on. Gosh. Look at that. Very pretty. So what I'll probably do is, I don't know that I'll do all the different colours again, because each one of these is going to look different. So I think I'll do like black on all of those, white on all of those, and then I'll have to see what I can find. I don't have a pretty pink, so maybe purple, maybe a purple. Okay, so anyway, I'll cover these. Oh, I'll make some puffy hearts. I've already got a couple that I had some leftover resin from something else this morning, so I've done those. So let's see if we can get these done. Actually, the resin's nice and thick now. Maybe I should have waited a little bit longer. Sorry if you can't see. I might only be able to get 2 actually. But you can see it's getting nice and thick now. Clean off that stick. So I'm just going to fill that up with this one. And then I just kind of run it around the top there. I don't know that I'll put a background on these, we'll see. If I had some black spray paint, I would just take them outside and just spray the whole lot, and then just peel the black paint off after it had cured. But I don't have any. I've got white. But yeah, I want to see what some of them look like with black, so we'll do 3 different colours. Might have enough of this one to do the whole thing. I guess the other thing you could also do, some people suggested, you were all very talkative, it was lovely hearing all your comments, gel nail polish. I didn't know that gel nail polish came in different colours, but look, I don't know much at all about gel nail polish, but you could put gel nail polish on the tops, you know, in different colours, and cure that, and that would cure quickly. Otherwise you could just use UV resin as well, coloured UV resin over the top. It's just going to make it thicker, and I haven't allowed for any thickness, any other thickness, because it's full. If I was going to put a layer of UV resin on, I would have had to leave some space, and I didn't. It's gelling now. Don't know that I'm going to have room to do another one. I've only got a little bit left in this one. Taking it around the top there because it's so thick it doesn't want to go in by itself. When the resin's really thin and runny, it just flows in there, but it doesn't want to at the moment because it's thick. And again, I like to fill these up. Okay, that's it. Well, I've got a tiny little bit left. Not worth keeping. All right, that's me done. I'm going to cover these with a net, and where's my net? Under here, so we don't get any flies stuck into them. And I'll come back in about, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours I think it'll take, and we'll put some nail polish on the back. I'll go and pick some colours. Oh, this is exciting. All right, see you soon. These seem to be cured now and they look really sparkly. I am a bit concerned now that I've put way too much of the chameleon flakes in it, but never mind. And look what I found. Look what I found with all my nail polish. It's like an opal-esque colour. I want to try one with that. So I'm just going to go along and add some different colors to these and see how we go. Okay. Oh, that's very, very light. It actually says it's a top coat, so it's not surprising that can't really see it, but I'm just going to do the one. Yeah, it says top coat on it. All right, so we'll do some white. I've got this pink. It's kind of a, yeah, again, it's not very pink, but it's, that other one was more of a salmon-y sort of apricot color. So we'll just try this. So look, I'm not going to make you sit through watching me painting all of these because it's going to take me a little while. Probably a little bit easier to do actually because the resin is domed, so it's higher than the mold, so it's probably a little bit easier. Actually, I'll do this one in white as well, and I may have to come back and do a second coat because you can see it doesn't look very opaque there. Some of my nail polishes, because they're a bit old now, some of them are a bit sort of thicker and don't sort of go on as well. The black's getting a bit thick now. I have to try and remember which ones I'm doing, so I should probably start at one end and move across. Otherwise I might not be able to tell which ones I've done. See, that's really quite pale, that one, so that'll need a second coat for sure. Very thin. I might have to go back to that other pinky colour. Alright, I'm going to go and find some more colours. I've got my black. And I'll put you on a time lapse so that you can watch me if you want to. Right, that's done. So the white and those sort of pinky shades and that one have had two coats. I think the others are dark enough just to leave as the one coat. I did the one heart, but it's too messy, so I'm just going to leave the others. I'll have a little look at those later. And yeah, it was just a bit difficult to paint it because I was in a hurry. But see that the nail polish will just sort of peel off the mold. It's not a problem. Okay, so moving on to the main event. Now I will link Let's Resin's US Amazon store, their UK Amazon store, and their regular website down below in the description. There's a coupon code, so if you use any of those links, you can buy anything through there. Use those links and the coupon code and you'll get a discount. Now if you're in Australia and you want Let's Resin products, because this is what I do, I just changed my location on Australian Amazon to the US, and then I can buy through there. So that's been working for me. Now if we've got a little bit of overflow with that nail polish, we can just cover it. Peel it off, I should say. All right, so here's the first one. I'll try to get through these as quickly as possible for you. Okay. Well, it's much more glittery. Certainly much more glittery than the previous ones were, aren't they? And I probably did put a little bit too much of the chameleon flakes in there. So I probably didn't need that much. I guess, and I was thinking about doing it actually, but I didn't end up doing it. I think if you're going to mix the chameleon powders or flakes in with the resin, it might be an idea just to add just a tiny little bit of white alcohol ink, because see, now that we've stirred the flakes into the resin, so a lot of them are basically on the surface there. It's still pretty, but they're kind of on the surface, whereas my previous ones, because I only dusted the backs of these with the chameleon flakes, you don't get that look on the surface, but it's still pretty. It's just a different look. If I get them all out, some of them might still be a little bit sticky, so I don't want to get them all out just yet. Okay, so this is the white one, white background. There we go. That looks really pretty. I think I prefer the white. Again, we've got a lot of the chameleon flakes on the surface. I'll have to go and get one of my other ones that I've put away from yesterday so that you can see the difference. But you can, yeah, like I said, you can definitely see that these are on the surface rather than just how I had them on, dusted them onto the base. These are going to stick because some of them aren't dry yet. I'm just going to put them onto a little plastic bag here, like so, just so that they're not going to get stuck on my board. All right, now this was that one that had no colour. Let's have a look at that one. Just the top coat. There we go. Oh, that's really pretty too, isn't it? That's really pretty. They're all really pretty. Okay, I'll try and get through them quickly, and then I'll put them all onto a blackboard so that you can see them. All right, so this is the pinky coloured one. There we go. Zoom you in a little bit more. This is another one of those apricot-y ones. What do you think? Are you liking them so far, or are you preferring the ones from yesterday? I do think I prefer the ones from yesterday, just because they look a little bit more realistic. Okay, so there's the black background. Certainly very bright, isn't it? Very pretty. And you're still getting that slight matte look, so it's not ultra shiny, which is really nice. Maybe I'll just put them all here, hey? Oops, I missed white one. So you can either pop these straight into a bezel tray, or you can use a stick-on bezel, like a glue-on bezel. That would work too. Alright, so here's the blue. Oh, that's a pretty one. Oh, look, it matches my nails. It's a pretty one too. Look, they're all pretty in their own way. I really love how it's that matte look. Just get that little bit of extra off where I've gone over with the nail polish. Okay, there's the purple. And you can, there's so many colours in there. Yeah, I went a bit carried away. Although it could just be the light catching them, so it looks as if there's more colours than what there is. Oh gosh. Okay, another apricot-y one. There it is. Oops, missed a bit. Very pretty. I will bring you down in a minute to show you. Actually, no. Yeah, that's the apricot-y one versus the sort of pale pink one. Yep. A bit different. And another one of these sort of pinky purple ones. And another black. A lot of people like the dark background. It does look really pretty, doesn't it? It certainly does. Is that black? Yes. What's this one? Oh, it's also black. Gosh, look at the difference in those two. Just from the different chameleon flakes. Very different, aren't they? Okay, now let's move on to the navy blue. There we go. It's really pretty too. And another purple. And then we've got two left. Another white. Oh, I do like the whites. And there's the other one. Just different flakes in them, so they do look a bit different. And lucky last, the last navy blue. Well, it's picking up a lot of purpley tones, isn't it? Purples and grey, not grey, golds. Lovely. All right, now this little heart, no colour on the back. We'll just flip it over. And there it is on the black background. Again, the chameleon flakes have floated. They've remained suspended, I should say. I've got nail polish on my nails. They've remained suspended, which has worked really nicely. But yeah, next time, I think if you're going to do this technique where you're going to mix in the chameleon flakes, definitely add just a touch of white, just to dull it all down a little bit, because it's quite bright. Unless, of course, you like that. So there's two different ones. This one's got a lot more sort of gold in it. I don't know if you can see the different colours. I don't think the camera does it justice. And then, lucky last, the black one. Oh, gosh. That's very pretty. Look at all the purples in that. Wow. Definitely got to do this with my puffy hearts again. Look at that. That is a stunning pendant. Not opalesque, really. Oh, maybe opalesque, but not opal, really. Not a faux opal, but stunning nonetheless. Very pretty. All right, let me get these onto, I'll just put that like that, and then I can bring you down for a close-up. All right, here they all are. We'll just do a quick little pan across so that you can see them. Look how bright that one is. Oh my gosh. Dark backgrounds certainly do make the colours pop. Purple, light blue. That is so bright. Gosh, so bright. So there you go. Like I said, I do prefer the other ones, and I'm going to go and grab one now for you. It looks more like this one. I think that's sort of more traditional opal, but you all, well, not all of you, but a lot of you wanted to see what it would look like if I mixed it in, so I have done it. Now let me just go and grab one of the others. So this is them just along the bottom here, these three, and that one had the black background as opposed to that one. You can see the difference there. This one was just brushed with the chameleon flakes on the back, but it had clear resin inside it, and then this one obviously had it all mixed in to the resin. And then there's these two down here, which again, clear resin and just basically brushed the back with those chameleon flakes. So that gives you a much more sort of muted look, which I just prefer for opal. But in saying that, these are still really pretty, and hopefully you like them. Let me know what you prefer. Comment down below. Do you prefer mixed into the resin, or do you prefer brushed onto the back of the resin? I'd love to know your thoughts on this. So there we go. All right, it's another one done and dusted. Let me know if you want me to try anything else. I may go back to these and add a little bit of white, like I said, and just see if we can get that 3D, because see how they're sort of suspended in there? So it does give it more 3D kind of a look to these, which look a bit flatter. So I'll do it again. I'll mix them in. I won't add so many flakes, and I'll put a little bit of white alcohol ink in just to sort of mute those bright colors a little bit. So make sure you stay tuned for that one, and we'll see you all again real soon for the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.